credit that team. You know, they were ready to go, and we knew they would be. We knew they'd have a sense of urgency coming off of that tough loss out there on the West Coast, and you know, we just couldn't quite match it. So, you know, they did a good job. You know, and ultimately, you know, it's like I told the team, man, I didn't have those guys ready to go. Not like that. You know, not when you're playing a team like that. And you know, and that's with me, man. You know, we had a number of guys that, you know, have played a lot better than that, just overall. And so that tells me that's me, man. I didn't have these guys completely ready to roll. So, you know, it doesn't mean I thought the effort was good, man. Guys fought. It just, there was little things in there that bit us, things that, you know, we knew we could not give these guys anything. It's too good of a team, and we gave them some stuff there. So, you know, it's a tough pill to swallow, but at least we know now where we stack up against, you know, one of the AFC's best teams, and it's not good enough. Not today, it's not. So, tough pill to swallow, but like I told the team, nothing changed from whether we won or lost today. We still got to win next week. I mean, that's the bottom line. So, so we got to bounce back and get ready to roll.
You knew the challenges were going to be tough against Allen and in this offense. You talked about it all week, but just how disappointing was that effort? Defensively, 28 points, 559 yards. Just the success they had on offense today.
Yeah, it's frustrating. You know, I thought we would, you know, we'd be better. And there again, it's not the, you know, some of these things where they make a play, man, I can live with that stuff. You know, it's across the board when you know that you have self-inflicted wounds. There's things that we did on our own and gave those guys something to where they had better opportunities. That's the frustrating part. You just want to know that you know, you didn't help them, and I do feel like we helped them a little bit there.
How much was this just a case of injuries catching up to the defense and playing really good?
No, I'm not buying it. I don't buy it. You know, we can be better. We should have been better. We know how good they are, but that team was more urgent than us today overall.
Getting outside of the pocket is offensive.
Yeah, you know, he got us a few times. We knew unless we were in certain coverages, we had to keep him hemmed in there, and it was going to take a lot of discipline up front. And then there would be these things, particularly third down, where we could cut it loose and go get him. And we had some of those. And then, you know, somebody we may have that's trying to spy out on him's got to get him, and we couldn't get him. So look, he poses a huge issue. I mean, he's tough, you know, and we knew that going in, and you know, certainly we wanted to be able to handle that better, and it was one of those days we just didn't, you know, and then we couldn't counteract it on offense, you know, and that was kind of some of this issue too. Is, you know, I thought on defense we had two crucial stops at the end of half. You know, one of them goes in at halftime, obviously, but at least you eliminate points, and the one before that, offense gets it back, we can't score, you know, we can't turn it into points. So, and then vice versa, you know, offense starts going, and then we couldn't stop them on defense. So it just was one of those games we didn't complement each other well.
When you look at this game, a game like this, do you chalk it up to Josh Allen was great and they were ready, or do you think you have some serious deficiencies to look at on defense?
No, I just feel like we didn't play at the same level that team did today. That's how I feel, and that's why honestly I put this on me, man. I just didn't feel like I had them ready to go. Not like we've been, you know. And you can get away with maybe if you're not quite all the way to a 10, but not against the Buffalo Bills, Kansas City Chiefs, or Green Bay Packers, Minnesota, Philly, whoever they are. It's not going to be good enough, and it wasn't good enough today.
It was the first onside kick. What kind of motivated you to do that early?
I thought we'd get the possession, you know. I thought we were going to get that ball, and it was one of Bates' best kicks that I've seen him have. That was a big kicker at the end. You know, that thing took a good jump on us, and Hollis made a heck of a play on it. And you know, obviously now sitting here hindsight after them taking it down to the 3-yard line, yeah, I wish I wouldn't have done that. But it is what it is.
So I did get a lot of the snaps today. Was something going on with Montgomery at all, or with the game plan just
He just got a little banged up. He got a little banged up, and really, look, we only had 15 rushes. We never got our run game going, which was going to be a point of emphasis. And even out of those 15 carries, we could never get it going. So that's 2 weeks in a row. It's not good enough, and it's not them, it's us. And that's what's frustrating too. We're better than that. But then we got in this type of game where golf's playing at such a high level. And we got some receivers making plays. St. Brown made some plays for us. Gibbs made some plays, and that. You get in that kind of shootout and you don't feel like you can run it, then you're going to throw it. And, like I say, we wouldn't have had this much production had our quarterback not played as good as he did. I mean, he played top notch now. That's asking a lot of any quarterback, but 59 attempts here. I mean, that was big time. Big time, yeah.
Dan, is there an update on Dorsey and also
Yeah, he'll probably be out for the year. He is going to be out for the year. It's a tough injury. Really got similar to Hutch.
Carl?
No more tomorrow. I don't feel good about either one of those guys.
With an ACL?
Don't feel good for the rest of the season.
Yeah, normally if I'm like saying I don't feel good, that means not good for the rest of the year. So don't feel good about it.
You said, you didn't kind of showed you how you stacked up against one of the AFC's best for right now. It's December, but a lot of people will probably jump across some conclusions. How do you feel? What does it mean for your playoff readiness, I guess, or where you have to get to be ready for playoff?
No, I think it's, I don't know. I don't take it into that like, oh, okay, well, I look at it more as, man, we were not ready to play today, Like, I think so much more about finding ways to win the game, and we weren't able to do that. And so we were not good enough today versus that opponent, to have a chance to win it. Not enough. So, we just got to be ready to go. We got to be more locked in next time we play. And honestly, that's what I'm saying. I'm serious. It starts with me, man. I have to do a much better job of getting these guys ready to roll and be urgent about, this type of opponent. So, no excuses. It just wasn't good enough. And that was the bottom line. It's frustrated. Everybody's frustrated. Guys are frustrated, but you know what? That's part of life, man. You lose, and it's a bad taste in your mouth. And now what are we going to do about it? Do we sit there and feel sorry for ourselves? We're going to bounce back and go to Chicago. So.
Yo, the lies so that you never make it. Hopeless, so it seems. Eyes closed, canvas open wide to embrace your dreams. Sometimes you gotta take a loss just to get the win. Like lots of sin was popping in like oxygen when boxes wet. Focus on the mental, never lose like a smooth instrumental. Better choose on the move in a pinto. Choose when I get to, never lose smooth on the move, but it's simple. Never give up and we winning it maybe. We just keep winning, we conquering daily. Envision that pay me, it's never to sway me. Indigenous, maybe we winning this crazy. Your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity. This your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity. This your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity. This your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity.
Yeah. Welcome one, welcome all, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Lion Villain Report, and it's your boy, Russell Wayne, is up in the house. That's right. And we are coming off a loss right here. I don't know what else to say other than here we are. It's the villain. The villain is here. The villain is here to take his medicine, and it is what it is. We're broadcasting live right now. Before we get into all that, let's do this thing. We're broadcasting live into the Lions Villain Squad Facebook page, and I'm down in my living room because my daughter or my granddaughter is here with me, and this was a really, really cool weekend, regardless of the win or the loss. So it was War Games. We didn't get it done. But we are broadcasting live into the Lions Villain Squad Facebook page, and we have over 60,000 villains that are in there, and they're alive and well. And I was having my warm bottle of Kavakier yesterday, and my lady friend wasn't very happy due to the outcome of the games and the Buffalo Bills ass whooping. So thank you for acknowledging the villain, and we're looking forward to new games. Okay? All right. Yeah. We are broadcasting live into the Lions Villain Squad YouTube page. Yes, you can subscribe right there, and that would help. We just got over 800 subscribers, so that is something that's nice. And that is we are the UDFA of sports podcasting. You got the Lion Villain Report Monday through Saturday, and the main event football show tonight. And liking and sharing and commenting helps us get up into the algorithm, and that is a fun thing to be at. Right there, Lions Villain Report. You want to be guilty by association. You want to partner with the Villain Squad. Get a hold of Main Event Mike at 810-620-2167 and find out how you can be guilty by association, because it's faith, family, in football, in that order. We use football to spend time with our family, to create memories. We don't let football use us. And we are here to talk about this loss by the Detroit Lions. And I have my partner. Main Event Mike is up in the house, and I'm not in my studio tonight. I got my granddaughter sleeping right over here to my left. I don't know how long this is going to last, so I'm considering it a blessing. But faith, family, and football, having this beautiful little girl over here did soften the blow of the loss yesterday. What'd you think of that loss, Mike?
Good morning, Russ. 11 Mondays in a row, it was Victory Monday. Today is not Victory Monday. That's what I think. I don't think it's that. You can't win every game. It's not going to happen. So I'm not overreacting like some people today. Hell, we still put up a ton of points on a pretty damn good team. And Dan Campbell, you heard it right there in his post-game presser. They just outplayed us. They did Detroit Lions things to the Detroit Lions. They controlled the line of scrimmage. They smashed us in the mouth. They were the more violent team. They were the more physical team. And then they've got him at quarterback. He is him, right? And you cannot stop him. You can only hope to contain him, which the Lions did not do a good enough job of. So I'm not panicking. Yes, the injuries suck. Well, I know you're going to talk about some of these injuries that happened yesterday, Russ, but they could be huge. We'll have to wait and see who we get back and how we can mitigate those losses.
Yeah, so here it is. You got 48-42. Do you want to do the tail of the tape, Mike? Go ahead.
Yeah, let's do the box score. This sounds like a Lions victory when you look at Jared Goff, 38-59. What? Record scratch. 59? He threw the ball 59 times? What's going on? Well, I'll tell you what's going on. We were only able to generate 48 yards of rushing. That's why he threw the ball 59 times, because the Buffalo defense committed to stop the run, and they did so. Jared Goff was our second leading rusher with 13 rushing yards. David Montgomery, who's been a stud all year, 5 carries, 4 yards. Absolutely atrocious. That's not going to get it done. And on the flip side of that, like I said, they did Lions things to the Lions. What the Lions have done all year is been able to run the ball and stop the other team from running the ball. Well, it was reversed in Ford Field yesterday with the Buffalo Bills with 197 total rushing yards. So they ran the ball on us effectively and were able to stop our run game. That's the real tale of the tape. That's the real story here. Yes, both quarterbacks are Pro Bowl caliber. One's even an MVP caliber. And they did what they do. Jared Goff, 38 of 59 for 494 yards, 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 118.9 QBR. Okay, so Jared Goff, like Dan Campbell said, played at an incredibly high level, and his stats definitely bear that out. As I said, the rushing game was anemic, 48 yards total. Jahmyr Gibbs had 8 carries for 31 yards and a touchdown. He also had 83 yards in the receiving game, so not a bad game by Jahmyr Gibbs. Monty couldn't get it going, but they seemed to rely on Gibbs because he seemed to be the more effective back against this team. Amon-Ra St. Brown, as I predicted, feasted. 14 catches, 193 yards and a touchdown. Unbelievable job by St. Brown. Sam Laporta, there was a time there in the third and early fourth quarter where we just leaned on Sam Laporta. 7 catches, 111 yards. Unbelievable, really, that this team, with all of these weapons, were not able to keep up in the scoring. Look, the Bills only had one more drive than us, and we lost by a touchdown. So it came down to what you and I said, Russ, all week. The team that has the ball last is going to win the game. Well, the Bills had one more possession than the Lions. I'm not going to talk about the onside kick because I'm still processing it. I will personally talk about that tonight on the Main Event Football Show. I hope you all tune in to hear my thoughts on that. Ty Johnson, former Detroit Lions running back, was the real star of the show yesterday for the Buffalo Bills. He had 5 targets, 5 catches, 114 yards. Some of them, they were huge. One was a 3rd and 17 that he converted. Our guys seemed to be covering pretty well. All of their guys, when they were making catches, our guys were right on them. But Josh Allen was on fire yesterday. He was dropping the ball in the bucket. He was putting the ball in tight windows. There's not a whole lot you can do when the ball is right there where only his receiver can catch it. What we didn't do is what we've been doing all year. Pursuit and tackle. Our tackling was terrible yesterday. Guys falling down, leaping for ball carriers that they had no chance to even catch. It was sloppy. And we heard Dan Campbell talk about that in his post-game presser. Self-inflicted wounds? Absolutely. The tackling was terrible. Allowing running backs to get to the second and third level when they had the ball in their hands, that's something the Lions have been so good at all year. It's kind of this bend, don't break defense that we've been playing where we give up a lot of yards in between the 20s, but then we stiffen up in the red zone. We did not see that yesterday. Yeah, we got a lot of injuries. Yeah, we're banged up on defense. I get it. But the fundamental, the core things that you do as a defensive football team went out the window yesterday for the Detroit Lions. A couple of team stats that I found interesting. Buffalo, 559 total yards. Detroit, 521, over 1,000, almost 1,100 yards in total offense in this game. As I said, Buffalo had 12 drives. We had 11. Third down efficiency, Buffalo was pretty good at 50%. Lions were even better at 6 of 13. It doesn't seem like that, though, does it? It seemed like the defense could not get off the field. Every time they converted a third down, it was a big conversion. It was like, oh, we got him now, and they still pull out the other end. Our third down conversions were 3rd and short. There were a few 3rd and longs. Tim Patrick with 4 catches. They were huge. Tim Patrick came up big yesterday, but he also had a couple that hit his hands that he didn't get. So third down efficiency was big. Both teams pretty decent on third down. Fourth down, 3 for 3 and 1 for 1. So both teams perfect on fourth down yesterday. Be able to keep drives going. When Sean McDermott called his fourth down play, I really was blown away by that. On his side of the 50-yard line, and of course, they converted. We couldn't get a stop when we needed one, and we couldn't prevent them from getting a stop when we needed to. That's your tale of the tape. A little disappointing, but hey, 12-2, who's complaining about 12-2? If you're complaining about 12-2 as a Detroit Lion fan, I have to question how long you've been a fan.
Absolutely, man. It blows my mind to see what I saw. I don't even know how to respond to half of the stuff that's out there because, I want to be critical of this team at this point right now. But it's like the average Lion fan that's out there that is talking about this game. I mean, you would think that we've lost 12 games instead of won 12 games. I mean, you're going to go out there, and I will talk about that onside kick. Stop Josh Allen. Stop Josh Allen. And if you can stop him at all, then I'll give you the right to bitch about that onside kick. But he had to do something. It didn't work. You heard him say it in the press conference right there. He's like, oh, yeah, now in hindsight, since they took the ball all the way down to the 3-yard line, I shouldn't have did that, right? I don't know if he should have did it or not should have did it. Because all I know is Josh Allen was doing whatever he wanted to do. So if you're one of those people that think that Dan Campbell lost the game because he called an onside kick in the third quarter when he'd only made Josh Allen punt once, and you're lucky that they didn't score another touchdown at the end of the half too, or get the field goal. They missed a chip shot field goal, or else it would have been 51. So don't hand me any BS about them trying to, and I know Romo said this, but steal a possession. We're trying to get something, anything. Was it a sound coaching decision? I mean, maybe yes, maybe no. But I'll tell you what, if he would have got it, everybody would be like, oh, yeah, look at big ball Dan Campbell. I just love the way that he just is so doggone aggressive. Shut up.
No doubt. If he would have been successful on that, there'd be 100 memes out there today with Dan Campbell's testicles in a wheelbarrow.
Right.
I get it. I get that.
Yeah.
But tonight on the Main Event Football Show, I will be issuing a formal apology to Rob Parker, and I will be roasting the coach today for some of the calls that he made yesterday. Not only were the Lions outplayed, they were outcoached, and I have plenty of stats to back that up. I have a little bit more research I have to do to get my takes formed for tonight. Tune in tonight at 7 p.m. because I'm going to let loose on this coach. I'm not upset that we lost. I'm not. We lost to a really good team. We're 12-2. I'm not upset about that. I just have to issue an apology to Rob Parker for my comments last Monday, for some of the things he said that were proven yesterday that he was right. And we'll be doing that tonight at 7 p.m. And I appreciate, Russ, your stance. I appreciate your stance on it. I appreciated that you're going to defend the move. You're going to defend it. But by the way, it was not in the third quarter. It was the fourth quarter with 12 minutes left in the game that he did that. So we'll get all of that squared up tonight on my take.
I'm not going to defend the move, but right there, it's like I put out my opinion right there, and you told everybody else that you're going to go defend your opinion tonight, and you squashed my opinion right there, now you're squashing it again.
I said I appreciate your stance. How's that squashing your opinion?
No, what I'm saying is, you're not appreciating it. You're going to go off on the coach today. You're going to overreact like the rest of the world is right now. Yeah, they lost the game. They got outplayed by the Buffalo Bills. They got Josh Allen got to do whatever he wanted to do in this game. And I will not apologize to Rob Parker's dumb ass weak take. It's a weak take. It's a ballless take. Wow. Well, if the Lions don't do something they've never done before in the history of the NFL, I'm going to be right. Get the hell out of here with that. You moved the goalpost so damn far with that, Rob Parker. You're a lazy podcaster. You're a lazy
journalist,
media person out there. You move the goalpost as far as you need to move it, right? So if the Lions don't win the Super Bowl, Rob Parker's right. Okay, awesome. Wow, way to put yourself out there, buddy. Yeah, I'm Rob Parker. If the Lions don't win the Super Bowl, it's Dan Campbell's fault, and I told you so. Shut up. Coaching has a million decisions to make on a split second. And if you don't want to kick an onside kick, that's fine. You want to kick the ball back to Josh Allen and let him take 6 minutes to score the touchdown, that's fine. If you don't want to take any chances at all, You want to become Marty ball? You want to play Caldwell ball? You want to go back to that because it didn't work? That's fine. It's just lazy. It's just a lazy take. They lost the game, guys. They lost. They're 12-2 now. And for all the people that are out there going, same old Lions, I'll take it. I'll take it. Thank you. Thank you. I will. I'll take that same old Lions. If you're going to put an idiotic statement out there like same old Lions, yeah, I'll take it. 12 wins. 12 wins. If that's same old Lions, I'll take it 8 days a week and twice on Sunday. Same old Lions, 12 wins. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Oh, let's get into these. It's going to be fired up right here. I'm just not going to let people down these Lions for doing some things that they've never done before. You got a coaching staff that's doing stuff that no coach has ever done before, better than the best coach that's ever coached here before that you've ever seen, better than the best team that you've ever seen. And we're going to sit out here like we're the knowledgeable people, and we're going to start criticizing coaching. Oh, why didn't Brad Holmes get enough people for the injuries? Huh? Yeah, I thought he was supposed to be a good GM. Oh, man. Broski's in the house. Broski comes in. Way to go, Broski. Out of witness protection. I'm glad that you made it in here. Let's see. Let's say hi to some of our people in the comments. We got a lot of people in there. Let's see what we have as far as complaining. We got Paul Jones in the house. Jay-Z's in the house. FTP Fred is in the house. Oh, man. Why is this like that? I don't like that one right there. How about this one, maybe? No, that sucks. That one sucks even worse. That's too close to my face. I'm trying to find one in here, Mike, that I like, and it's just bothering me. I guess that's okay. Maybe I could take the chats out of here. Mike, what am I doing?
I don't know. What are you doing, brother?
I'm trying to move the stuff around. I didn't like that up and down thing where I was on top and you were on the bottom.
Oh,
I kind of like this better. And I'm trying to say hello to everybody right here. We needed that test. That's what Henry Gray says.
I agree with this take from John Herman, who says our first possession, 3 and out, kind of set the tone for the game. So true with that. 2 incomplete passes and a run stuffed at the line of scrimmage. And that was the tone of the game right there. And then knowing the whole time we know that they're going to get the ball to start the third quarter was kind of looming over us as we go down 2 touchdowns. We go down 2 scores, then 3 scores. We crawl back and we go back down 2 or 3 scores. So, yeah, definitely a good call there from John.
Oh my gosh. Like I don't know, should I give Broski any light here? Because he hasn't been here. He's been ghosting like he doesn't even like his own team.
100%. I think you should give him some light because he usually has good takes and can't make it to every show.
He doesn't have any good takes. That's why he hasn't been here for 8 weeks. He just shits on the Lions. So should I let all that
Your call, there? Bro. Your call. It's your call.
This is a good take right here. Josh Allen's is the league MVP. He's an incredible player. And that's it right there. If you want to say that AG got exposed, I mean, I don't know. we lose Carlton Davis. We lose Aleem McNeil right in the middle of the game. It's like there's only so many players that you can lose to where, I mean, we're depending on guys that haven't even been on the team for more than 2 weeks. Depending on them. Not a guy that's helping out with depth. Not a guy that's, I hope that he doesn't have to get in there and provide, third string depth. No, these guys that were here a week ago have to play meaningful snaps. And this wasn't like the Carolina Panthers. It wasn't some team that you can afford to make a lot of mistakes against. This was the Buffalo Bills, and the Buffalo Bills took advantage of every single thing they should have. McDermott's a good coach. What do you think he's going to do? He's going to go after our weakest players. And he did all night long. All night long. The offense of the Bills was 71% in the red zone. This was a lack of defense here. Are Carlton Davis and McNeil done for the season? Yes. He all but said that in the press conference.
All but said it.
Yeah. He was just like, don't plan on it. Don't get hopeful for it. It's like, it's not official yet, but he's saying it's unofficially official. They're done. They're done. And that's just, I mean, maybe we talk about strength and conditioning coach or something that has to do with keeping players healthy or whatever for next year. Maybe that's something that they could do, because we have more injuries than anybody else. And that's not an excuse. That's just why. Like, why do we have more injuries than any? Are we playing that much harder than everybody else? Or is there something that we're doing in our practicing or in preparation for the game, or, you know, techniques of the systems of the offense and defense? What is it that makes our players more susceptible to injuries? And these aren't players that are always injured. It's not like, oh, well, Carlton Davis is injury prone. No, Carlton Davis got his jaw dislocated from his face. That's not like, oh, wow, he's injury prone. No, obviously somebody got in there and did something, but he broke his jaw. That's how he's done. I don't know what happened to McNeil.
It's a knee.
It's a knee. That's probably why he was frustrated walking off of the field. Yep. Because he could feel it. He could feel that it was over for him. Well, that sucks, man. That sucks. Everybody else, it's hard for me because I don't want to get into a lot of the trolling stuff. Like, I don't want to get in there and do that stuff. Good morning, Bill.
Check this out. Charles says, I need to take off that lion gear if I'm taking up for Parker. In case you forgot, Rob Parker's a beat writer for the Detroit Lions. Just because you have an opinion that you don't agree with, there's an opinion out there you don't agree with, doesn't mean I'm less of a fan than you or anyone else. But if you were on the Main Event Football Show last Monday, I ripped Rob Parker a new ass. And then the next week, our coach comes out and does exactly what Rob Parker said he would do. So I mean, you're entitled to your opinion too. But
I wish that you wouldn't, like. I know that. I guess we gotta like announce that you're going to be talking about something tonight. But it's like you're talking about something that's so intriguing, but you're like, I'll talk to you about it.
I just don't have my takes formed yet, and I don't want to come out there.
I gotcha. Yeah. I mean, I want to ask you. It's like, you think that onside kick cost us the game? Like
no, I'll tell you. No, I'll tell you something though, Russ. You had said earlier that he tried an onside kick in the third quarter. That's not true. He tried an onside kick with 12 minutes left in the game. 12-0-0 on the clock when he tried an onside kick. Okay. Exactly 4 minutes later, at 8-0-0, Jake Bates was kicking off again because the Lions had scored. The Bills had scored, and then the Lions scored. In 4 minutes, both teams scored, and with 8 minutes left on the clock, there's Jake Bates back on the tee. Well, why wouldn't you kick an onside kick now? You did it with 12 minutes and down by 10. Now there's 8 minutes and down by 10. If it made sense with 12 minutes, why doesn't it make sense with 8 minutes? And then if you score and they score again, and now there's 4 minutes on the clock, wouldn't you try it again? Why would you try an onside kick when you're down by 12 in your own building? So you're down by 10 in your own building with 12 minutes. 12 minutes! You know how many points were scored in that final 12 minutes? To do an onside kick with 12 minutes left when you're down by 10 is asinine. It goes beyond a bad coaching decision. It goes way beyond that. It is absolute error in judgment. Did it cost us a game? Who knows? Who knows?
I thought it was a good call.
You don't know what's going to happen, but you do know that you gave them the ball at the 3-yard line with a dumb-ass decision. I like what you said, though. It kind of made me think a little. That's why I need to reform my takes. You did say.
That's what I mean.
No, wait. What you did say was you said, would you prefer that Josh Allen takes 6 minutes to go down and score that touchdown? Yes, I would. I would rather that Josh Allen takes 6 minutes to go down and score than
Right,
to
so-
get one in a few seconds from the 3-yard line.
Well, yeah, but how many? Oh my gosh. It's like living and dying with decisions is living and dying with decisions. You're not living and dying with the decision. Like, I think that if you want to learn how to, like, or you want to really think about how you want to say it, don't use the word asinine. It's not an asinine decision. Josh Allen was torching the team. Would you rather him take 7 minutes? Yeah. How many onside kicks turn into the team that you're kicking it to catching the ball and running to the 3-yard line?
None, but how many onside kicks are successful? 1%. That was last year. This year, it's even less because now you have to take out an ad in the paper to do an onside kick.
Hey,
I mean,
you know what?
That's another part of my take tonight. What an idiotic rule! You've taken away the entire idea of an onside kick is to catch someone off guard.
I like that better.
You got to go and
better.
why would you do that with 12 minutes? I like the onside kick with 12 minutes if it's a surprise. If you took a Sean Payton move and you tried to catch him off guard, I love that. That's Dan Campbell kind of stuff. But when in today's NFL, doing an onside kick in the fourth quarter with 12 minutes left when you're only down by 10, you're only down by 10 at that point. Asinine.
Only down by 10. Only down by 10.
12 minutes.
Yeah, only down by 10. Where one of the teams has over 40 points already. It's not like, oh wow, you're only down by 10. It's 20-10. It's not like it was 20-10 and there was this thing going back and forth and they were tussling and this great game was happening. No, it was just the offenses going touchdown, 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 touchdown. After they were already up by 2, they stopped us twice. And then they were already up, and then we couldn't stop them after that.
They missed a field goal, and we stopped them on a 4th down. So we got a turnover and downs. We stopped them.
They missed a field goal that
they had to punt once, and they missed a field goal.
Drove the ball all the way down inside the 10-yard line, and they missed a chip shot field goal, and that's a stop. Okay. All right. What are we talking about here, man? Like, asinine for, I want a coach that's going to try something. I need like Frankenstein. I need some electricity going into this team some way, somehow. And there would be no more electricity that you could pump into the team for them to get an onside kick. Because, the 1% thing, maybe it is a low percentage chance of thing, but it was a less than percent chance to stop Josh Allen on anything. He got every meaningful 3rd down. When he ran for that 3rd down, I was just like, he made it look so stupid and easy. There was no effort into it. He's just like, oh, 1st down, run whatever here, just run out of bounds. Like we weren't even trying to get out there and stop him on 4th down. So it's like, I don't know. I just think people overreact to it. I think they totally overreact.
You're entitled to your opinion.
It's an overreact. Well, okay. Well, then John Dorn agrees with you. Steve agrees with you. Broski Bear agrees with you.
A lot of Lions fans agree with me too.
Not too many of them. Not any smart ones.
Okay, let's just back up here, Russ. Smart fans think that it was a bad move to do an onside kick.
If you're going to call my coach asinine, if you're going to call my coach asinine, then you're literally a podcaster on a podcast, and you're calling an NFL coach that makes millions of dollars a year asinine because you didn't like a call that he had with 12 minutes left. And he's an ass. He's an ass that's taking your team that you're wearing that hat, you're wearing that special little jersey right there with the 99 on the back because it's an awesome band, and you're wearing all of that stuff, and you're talking about a coach that has done something for you that has never been done before by any coach. And, you know, any podcaster, and this isn't you. This isn't you. This is Jeremy B. This is me. This is Steve. This is John Dorn. This is every podcaster that's out there overanalyzing this. Dan Campbell has done something for the city.
100%.
And for us to go and overanalyze every time this happens, this is why we call this Overreaction Monday. Because when we win, oh, we're on our way to New Orleans. We're on our way to the Super Bowl. Oh, man, golf's going to be the MVP. We got the best every player. One loss, SOL. Oh, like
you're putting words in my mouth.
Ridiculous.
Putting words in my mouth. Look, I agree with you, man. I love Dan Campbell. I don't want anyone else as our coach. We wouldn't be where we are without him. We wouldn't be where we are without his ballsy calls. However, he's not above reproach. He is not above criticism. And I may be a no-name, nobody podcaster, but I know, and John Dorn knows, and you know, Russell Wayne, that with 12 minutes left, an onside kick when you're down by 10 is a dumb move. You don't like the word asinine? We can use 100 other adjectives to describe that move.
I disagree 100%. Like, you go out there, super podcaster guy, stop Josh Allen on defense, and I'll agree with you. Go out there, stop Josh Allen.
Why not do it on 8? Why not do it with 8 minutes, Russ? If you did it with 12 minutes and it was a good call, why not do it with 8 minutes left? Answer that question. Don't spin it.
Because Holland grabbed the ball on the last onside kick that you just tried and ran it down to the 3-yard line.
So that was a good call. It was a good chance. It was taking a good chance. So what? That happened. That's what you're saying. Doesn't matter. Look, I agree. I agree with you, Russ. I love our coach. I love him. I love him. I don't want anyone else as our coach, but he is not above reproach, and that was a bad call. He even said it himself.
Yeah, because it didn't work. Yeah, he was joking when he said that, Mike. It was a joke when he said that. Oh, yeah, I would love to have that call back because it didn't work. Exactly. That's exactly. He's making fun of you when he says that.
He's made some boneheaded calls in his tenure as a Lions coach, and that was the worst one. Every coach
makes boneheaded calls.
That was the worst one yet.
No.
Oh, I love this call here from Mike Fisher, kind of echoing what I just said. We all know Dan's a gambler doing an onside kick at that time, and that situation was probably his worst to date. I love that call, Mike. You're right. Possibly his worst to date was that call with 12 minutes down by 10.
Lazy.
Dumb.
He's lazy like you. He's lazy like you. It's easy. Let's come in. We're gonna criticize every bad call that's in there. Wow. Let's go through there. Hey, they should have blitzed on that 3rd down in the second quarter when they had an open lane to blitz. What a dumbass. You're looking back. Wow, he should have tackled that guy. Man, if they would have tackled that, I mean, come on, man. What are we doing here? They lost 48-42.
It wasn't that close, Russ. We were down by 2 or 3 scores the whole game.
Oh, wait a minute. I thought that you said with 8 minutes left, what happened?
We were down by 10 with 8 minutes left.
Down by 10 with 8 minutes left, but it wasn't close, though. I thought you said it wasn't close.
Is 10 points close? That's like saying that the Packers and Lions game was close because we won by 10. We were on this very program saying, yeah, we won by 10, but it really wasn't even that close. And that game was the same yesterday.
Came down to an onside kick at the end where most people thought that the Lions had that onside kick at the end. What happens if they would have got that onside kick with 19 seconds left or 12 seconds left or whatever it was?
Yeah, it was a well-designed onside kick at the end there. From what I was hearing this morning, Bates actually had the ball. He just got it ripped away from him under the pile. You can't expect a kicker to hold on to a football with, 280-pound muscle-bound linemen yanking the ball out of you. So it was a well-designed, but it just didn't happen for us. Man, if we would have won that game, if Dan Campbell would have pulled that out, I would still be saying that was a dumb onside kick with 12 minutes left.
And Lee says right here, the onside kick didn't matter at that point. We were losing. We needed something to get the momentum back.
Okay, a defensive stop with 12 minutes, you still got lots of time.
Yeah,
Get
but
a
you've been
defensive stop.
trying
What's
that.
easier to get? A defensive stop or
You
an
got
onside
into the
kick?
fourth quarter. This is what we're talking about here. The fact that we have people on both sides, I get it. Everybody's frustrated that they lost the game to a very, very good team. But right here, it's like there is no wrong or right on this. It's not a boneheaded move. He made a decision, and they live with it. They live with it. They go through, and it didn't work. If it worked, like you said, they'd have the things out there with the wheelbarrows out there with Dan Campbell and the big, and it would work. But I think he made a decision based off of injury, based off of what they had seen up until that point. They needed something. I mean, if they didn't have the missed field goal then they would have been scoring on every possession. I mean, we're hanging our hat that they drove all the way down inside the 10-yard line and they missed the field goal as a stop. That's what we're hanging our hat on right there. They needed something, and it didn't work. What they tried, they didn't work. They had a hope and a prayer, and it didn't work.
Yeah, with a minute left, that's what you do. With 12 minutes left, that's not what you do.
Unless it works.
Some of your villains in here, Russ, are getting tired of this conversation, so we can pick it up tonight at 7 p.m. on the Main Event Football Show. I don't think I'm out of bounds here on this because
I'm not out of bounds either.
A lot of people are validating what I'm saying in the chat.
And a lot of people are validating what I'm saying.
And what are you saying, Russ? That it wasn't a bad call for an onside kick at 12 minutes left in the game, down by 10? You're saying that wasn't a bad play? That wasn't a bad call from the coach?
No, it wasn't. Okay. We needed
something. We have nothing else to talk about. Fundamental disagreement on the core principle that we're talking about. So that's okay. It's okay to disagree. We disagreed on some of these predictions that we made on Thursday, and Russell Wayne came out 7-7 out of 14 predictions. I came out a dismal 6-8 out of 14 predictions. There are 2 Monday night games tonight. It'll be the Chicago Bears at the Minnesota Vikings, -6.5. It's War Week, folks. NFC North Division game tonight on Monday Night Football. We really need the Bears to win. Let's talk about that for a minute. We need Caleb Williams and the Bears to beat Minnesota after a loss. Yeah, 12-2 is great. We lost to a great team in Buffalo, but damn, the Packers won again. They beat a pretty good Seattle team, a surging Seattle team, and now Minnesota gets the lowly Bears in their own building to boot. We need a bigger miracle than an onside kick with 12 minutes left tonight for the Bears to beat the Vikings. We're going to predict that game tonight on the show at 7 o'clock. We also have the Atlanta Falcons at the Las Vegas Raiders, +4. Desmond Ridder revenge game. Who saw this one coming? We went through all the revenge games at the beginning of the year, but we never saw the Desmond Ridder revenge game. Atlanta at Las Vegas, +4. We'll be making those predictions tonight, and I'll be taking my medicine with my Dan Campbell criticism tonight at 7 p.m. on the Main Event Football Show. Thanks for having me, Russ. Y'all have a great night. Thanks for having me, Russ. Y'all have a great night.
All right, everybody. I love I can come on this show, and Lion fans are the funniest fans in the world. It's like the Lion fans are the only fans that you can come into one of their podcasts, and you can have all of the troll teams like the Packers, and they can all rip on us, and the Lions fans rip on themselves. The other fan bases are so full of themselves, they don't hold themselves accountable. They want to come over and talk smack to us, but you don't have to talk smack on us because our own people will talk smack on us. And this unknown killer right here, he makes the point that I've been trying to make. I mean, you want to call Dan a bonehead for making boneheaded decisions? I'm not wrong, by the way, because these are all opinions right here. right? There is no right opinion. There is no right opinion. So this, it's not that I am not holding Dan Campbell accountable. I am holding what needs to be held accountable. And I have to hold my defense accountable. That's the point that I try to make. If you guys want to cry about an onside kick in a game where you couldn't stop Josh Allen, be my guest. Be my guest. I'm glad that I have a coach that will try something, to try to jumpstart something. Because when you give up over 40 points on defense, you didn't lose the game because you kicked an onside kick. And you can do it at the end of the game. You're allowed to do it whenever you want to do it. So, if you want to hold Dan Campbell accountable and say that he's going to lose all these games, okay, that's fine. Because you live with a cowboy, you die by a cowboy. And Green Bay Packer fans shouldn't talk because you had Brett Favre as a quarterback who threw more than 20 interceptions. When you got gunslingers, you got people who take chances. Does it lead to Super Bowls? Well, it did for you. Gunslinger mentality and aggressiveness does work. It has worked. In teams, quarterbacks, people that are aggressive, it does work. And I am not going to put Dan Campbell on the top of this list of why the Lions lost this game. I'm going to put it on the defense. The defense didn't play good enough. And I'm not even going to give it excuses. We are down a lot of injuries, but too bad. Next man up. Too bad. Lions fans do not rip on themselves. It's always the Lions do no. Are you even, Broski, are you even paying attention to this chat? Broski doesn't live in reality. Broski just has an opinion, and it's like, my opinion, and he doesn't actually watch what's happening. If you look at this entire chat, look up here. How many people actually agree with me? Not very many of them. That's why I'm taking this side. The overreaction side. Lion fans overreact. Look at this. Look at the whole chat, broski. Just because you say something that isn't true, we do rip on ourselves. We're the worst in the world. We have an entire fan base that is based off of SOL. They just hate the team because they're Lion fans that just want to hate the team because they think it's never going to happen for them. There's an entire pocket of fan that is just as bad as a Bear fan ripping on us. You don't have that in the Bears. You don't have that with Packers. That's funny that you say that the Lions don't rip on themselves. That's all we do. I'm going to rip on my defense right now. Now, just because you want to put more emphasis on Dan Campbell making a call with 12 minutes left in the game and you don't want to hold the defense accountable, that's fine. I'm going to hold the defense accountable. Yep, nobody is wrong. It's just one game. Campbell took responsibility for not having the team ready. And I think it has more to do with the preparation of Dan Campbell on defense than it does for him making any call in the game. Main blame goes to the defense. Nobody's blaming the refs here, broski. Casual take. Yeah. Broski comes out once every like 8 weeks when he's done crying in his room because his Bears are so pathetic. Glenn can do so much with his defense that's badly entered. It can only do so much with an injury. But I'm not going to let him off the hook, John Dorn. We're not trying to win games. We're trying to win the Super Bowl. And the Lions have never won the damn Super Bowl. And they have to figure out something on defense because, offensive juggernauts, the Lions offense is good. And I think they can keep up with anybody, but they got to play better on defense. Somehow. Get a couple of the guys back. Maybe Anzalone coming back. Maybe Fatu Melifanu. Yeah, maybe getting some players back will help. But at the end of the day, fundamental, you got to tackle. Lions Nations, don't worry. We needed a butt check on defense. Dan Campbell's a freaking diva. Is he? You see that chaw? That chaw look that he had? Matt LaFleur is a crybaby. What are we talking about? You've been agreeing with me. You know what, Jeremy, when it comes with this stuff right here, it's hard. I'm trying to, put all this stuff up here, and you always call me out for things, especially when 9 times out of 10, now that we have this thing, the comments are there for most of the time. But I'll put up your comment bitching about me not putting your comment up. I'll do that. Bears upset the Vikings tonight. Boy, do we wish. I'm not counting my... I'm not betting against the Vikings or the Pack for the rest of the season. Now that they're all in the playoffs and we know that they're going to be there. Bears are a hot mess right now. But wounded animals are the worst. They might try to get some casual victories here at the end. Where do you get that? You need to tell me something where Campbell's a diva. I don't get it. I don't understand where you would think that. Jimmy says we're all still tough. Anything that goes to Broski says is irrelevant. Yeah, he's had a lot of bad takes on here. The Bears can't even beat themselves. Don't count on them. Oh, hasta mañana, villains. Defense got owned. Yesterday was due to an AFC team. The all still great. Yeah. You say, we need to beat y'all. Yeah. That's the part that I get scared about. You go into the playoffs now. Those third matchups. Oh. Yep. I admit that that the Packers are good. I admit that the Vikings are good. I admit that I'd be worried to meet either one of those guys in the playoffs, and I would be stressed. I wonder if you guys could do that. Amid the weather had the Bills. It has been time for the guy to start singing Dan Campbell's praises, free agent who hasn't retired. Steve says, I want us to be the 7-seeded team in the playoffs. Oh, you want to do it from there, don't you? Well, I said that Dan was trying to negate the scoring play from the Amon-Ra fumble. Of course, everyone thinks it was a bad decision because it didn't work. Like, honestly, it's like when I say that I live with a decision, it doesn't mean that if I was in Madden or if I'm playing the game or I'm coach, I probably wouldn't have done an onside kick right there. I actually agree with Mike on the side of maybe they shouldn't have, like I wouldn't have did it at the 12 minute. I would have did it at the 8 minute. But I mean, what are you gonna do, man? I mean, he decided to do it at the 8 minute. The bottom line was you got down by more than 2 scores, and you had to do something. I mean, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? It's okay, but I'm gonna take off. So you guys have a great day. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord shine his face upon you until we meet again for Football Talk with Russell Wayne. Peace out. God bless. Talk to you guys very, very soon.
Yo, the lies so that you never make it. Hopeless, so it seems. Eyes closed, canvas open wide to embrace your dreams. Sometimes you gotta take a loss just to get the win. Like lots of sin was popping in like oxygen when boxes wet. Focus on the mental, never lose like a smooth instrumental. Better choose on the move in a pinto. Choose what I get to, never lose smooth on the move, but it's simple. Never give up and we running it, maybe. We just keep winning, we conquering daily. Envision that pay me, it's never to sway me. Indigenous, maybe we winning, it's crazy.